in Stuintern technology emphasize academic and research development as no civilization can survive without education and can't progress without research. So we work with each applicant to prepare them for employment ready as Stuintern technology bridges the gap between employer and employee via industry and product specific selection. Please mute yourself. So, just for a quick look, I'm just sharing my screen and I'll show you all the services which Stuintern family holds. So, in Stuintern technology, we have like Stuintern for training internship, and for like Prayu, it's also for training internship in different fields. We have Vidyapun. Vidyapun for finding colleges and universities nearby your location, and Navrojan for searching jobs. And for Anushram, we have like for research and development. Resumotion, we are like resume building and creating your resume. And Sudakshta, we have psychometric test and some credit for textbook study guides and other things. So these are the services which Stuintern provides holds. So I'll just hand over to Swapnil sir. Please continue. Give me a second. I'll just stop my sharing.
Sure. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this
Welcome.
explanation. I hope that everyone over here must like got the clarity around what Stu Valley is and about the programs, about Triuge, Stuintern, and all the programs that we are providing. And I'm quite sure that this particular masterclass is gonna help you guys a lot in your in getting started with web development, and even if you have started in getting to the details of web development, as in why exactly it is needed, and basics and kind of a roadmap, and how are the job opportunities for web development. This is what we're gonna discuss in today's session. So before that, I just want to make sure that everyone over here interact with me as much as possible. So please feel free to write in the chat section. That will be your primary source of interaction. Whatever doubt you're having or anything, you're stuck somewhere, or in generic, you want some guidance around your career, you can just, yes, I think there will be a recording. Recording has already started, right, ma'am? Yeah, I think recording has started. I can see the recording icon. So yeah, I was mentioning that you guys can ask any sort of questions, any guidance in the chat section, and I'll be reading your chats and accordingly answering your all the queries. Okay. So yeah, with that, let's get to the PPT that I prepared for this. Ma'am, can you please make sure that I have the host capabilities so that I can share the screen?
Sure, give me a second.
So meanwhile, tell me how are you guys doing, and where are you guys from? You can use the chat section, guys. Okay, RH doing great. Nice. That's great to know. Okay, then we will be interacting with the flow of the session itself. So this will be a masterclass on web development. Okay, from Haryana, doing great. Indore, Nagpur. That's great. Oh, nice. Okay, then let's get started. So you guys must be thinking that who is this guy? Why exactly this guy is taking this session? And also, the first thing that I always do is to interact with the students so that they can get to the comfort zone where they can ask me any sort of questions. Okay. So firstly, I'll start with introducing myself. So hi everyone, I'm Swapnil, and I'm a graduate from IIT ISM Dhanbad with computer science majors. And apart from the education and all these things, I'm currently working at Microsoft as a software engineer with the Microsoft Teams product. Yeah, I know that Teams is very much buggy, and you guys have been using Teams for your classwork usage. Maybe you guys can hear me out properly, right? Am I audible? I can see one chat like audio was unavailable.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, man. Yeah. Okay, so I was mentioning that I'm a developer of Microsoft Teams, and if you guys use Microsoft Teams, you must have seen a new thing came up in the Teams icon, and that means that the complete structure of Microsoft Teams is new. So I worked majorly around that particular creation of the new Microsoft Teams. And yeah, apart from this, I've also got offers from Amazon and Oracle for software engineering roles. And I'm a very passionate programming instructor, mainly web development. I'm very passionate about it and have got a decent experience for the same at various popular tech platforms. I have taken webinars with various IITs, NITs, triple ITs, and other engineering colleges. So yeah, I'll be your mentor and I'll be your speaker for this particular web development session. And we'll be walking you through the topics in the following slides. Okay. But before that, I can see that you guys have already started writing where you guys are from. Now, I wanted to know bit more introduction, as in, like, if you guys are in college, you can write, I'm in second year, simply just a very small thing. Second year, whatever stream, like, let's suppose electronics. So second year, ECE, and wherever you are from, okay? So that will actually help me in getting kind of an idea that where exactly my crowd is coming from. If you are graduate, you can write graduate or pass out and mention the year so that I can have kind of a clarity around where exactly guys are coming from. And accordingly, I'll be able to help you guys. Okay. Oh, Arya is from final year and CSE, final year CSE, MCA, computer science, postgraduate. That's great. BSc, CS, great. I really like those sessions where people are coming from different backgrounds, from MCA, BCA, from BSc, MSc, computer science, BTech, okay, ECE. I really like people coming from mechanical also. I have seen people coming from mechanical, coming from mining engineering. So that's a really great thing for us, that people are getting interested in our area, our sector. So that's a great thing. Thank you so much, guys, for giving a small introduction. And meanwhile, the others who haven't introduced yet, please feel free to just write it up so that you guys will have kind of a comfort, as in what exactly to go ahead and ask questions and all. Thoda matlab comfort generate ho jayega. So now I will be primarily speaking on English. If you have any problem, you can tell me. But sometimes I'll also move to Hindi for some people because they feel bit connected when I speak in Hindi plus English, that is English. Okay. So please feel free to stop me and ask that, okay, I didn't get this part. Can you please again explain me either in English or in Hindi? You can just feel free to comment about that. Okay. Yeah, man. With that, let's get started and let's see what we will be mostly discussing in today's masterclass. So we will be discussing as in why exactly to learn web development, about web development front end, kind of the basics, and web development backend. In why learn web development, we'll be also discussing about the opportunities in web development sector and about databases, and then introduction to APIs, JSON, and the IDs and environments that mostly is used as a web developer. Okay. So, okay. Fine. What will be the duration of classes from now on and on which days? So I think this will be a master class, and the exact frequency, I think the organizers can help you with that, but I'm not sure about that. But yeah, you will be getting more such classes in the coming time. Okay. Yeah. Just give me a minute. I'll drink some water. Thank you. Okay, Aryaj. Now let's make sure. Okay, evening time is better. Fine, noted. Now let's first discuss why exactly to learn web development. Whenever we start with something, the main goal in our mind is why exactly I'm doing something, right? If you are not thinking this, then it's a concern. Trust me, that don't just go ahead and your friend is doing web development, so you will also do web development, because there will be a time when you won't be getting any opportunity or something like that. You will be stuck somewhere. Then if it would have been your decision, if you would be motivated enough and you got this answer in yourself that why exactly you started web development, then that motivation will take you to success. Fine. If you'll just see that, okay, some XYZ friend is doing web development, so I'll also do. So let's suppose you'll get stuck somewhere, then what you will do is, I'm not going to go ahead with web development. Let's leave it and let's just copy again. So don't, please make sure that you have this mindset that if you are learning something, you should ask yourself, why exactly I'm learning this thing? So before going and explaining these things, I wanted your response, everyone over here. Please tell me that why exactly you want to learn web development. Like any idea, there should be something that you have thought before coming to this session. And okay, let's attend this session, but why? Why exactly you want to learn web development? Tell me. Let's start with Arya only. He's, I guess, quite active. And then Nancy, Aditya, Rahul, Ghanshyam, Roshan, Yashpal, Komal, Harsh, Ansh. Come on, guys. Okay, Dinesh said, I love to code in web development. That's really great. It has a lot of job opportunities. That's nice, Aryach. Okay. What about others? Come on, you can say like you want job, you want salary packages, you want 1 crore package. That could be also an driving force. So no, nothing wrong in that. After all, we are not learning something for Samaj Seva. We will be doing it when we got chance. But our mindset is always, okay, we want to earn money. We want to learn this thing because this is having opportunities we want to learn. So you can simply say that. Okay, Aditya said like to develop new web application. Nice. Okay, Aryat said web development seems the easiest one to start with. That's a very good point. Okay. Very good, Aryaj. So it is the easiest one. That's true. But it is also one of the most expanded one. Like you can literally start with it and then you can keep learning. Okay. There is kind of no end to it. I found it very interesting field in the field of computer science. That's great, Nancy. Okay, Chandan is saying there is a lot of career option and web development. That's great. Okay. Nice. It's great to see that people are coming here, interacting. That's great to know. From my side, I have jotted down some of the important points, which might be a case that you guys can relate to. Okay. And those points will be internships for the people who are still in college, GSOC, fine. Internships also like cover the job opportunities. So by internship, I was mostly convinced enough that, okay, people will be from college. So if you're not from college, obviously it will be some placement opportunities. Startups is hiring a lot in web development sector. Tech Fest. This is kind of, I didn't only like I didn't want to just mention the opportunities, job opportunities, internships and all. I also wanted to add some fun part, which can actually help you a lot in getting some traction in your college, right? Everyone wants to become famous in college, right? So you can be by learning web development. We'll be discussing it further and native apps. So let's discuss this one by one and let's keep you guys like bring you guys on board and good to go with each and every area so that you will be having clarity that what exactly is needed, what efforts are needed. Okay, fine. Chandan is saying we want an internship opportunity. That's great to know. Nice. Someone, I think a mobile name is there, Xiaomi. Okay, I want to learn because of knowledge. That's great. Great to know. Vemgal is saying I learned cloud, DevOps tools, and many web looks bit better to grow my tech skills easily. That's great to know, man. Yeah, okay. Okay, then coming to internships and the opportunities that we have in web development. So let's suppose you guys are in your college. Okay, even if you're not in college, let's be very much open to internships and the opportunities that we'll be discussing. So you guys want to decorate your resume, right? Even if you are see, the primary thing is data structures and algorithms. If you are in college and even if you have started your career only, then obviously data structures and algorithms is something that is very much important. Right now, at least companies are hiring through that. Now, that is not enough. Okay, that's the plan. So you guys also will be seeing a lot of people having good resumes. And how exactly you will be decorating your resumes with good set of projects, with good set of skills. And web development is a domain which can actually help you out with less number of effort, but great, you can say outcomes. How exactly that? So I'm not saying that web development is very easy, but it is easy to start with, as someone already mentioned. Now, if it is easily to start with, it's also interesting, fine, because you will see things happening. If you will write something, some code, and then you will see that website, if you'll make that website live, literally anyone can search that particular website and see whatever you have developed. So it itself is an amazing thing. Yeah. And coming to the opportunities, right now, companies are, you can say, if 100% is the total opportunities, then 80% of the opportunities are either in front end or as a backend engineer. Okay. So both collectively can be called as a web development area. So mostly the jobs is in web development. I'm not saying that generative AI, data science, and data engineering, these areas is also having jobs. It's not like that. But right now, these areas are flourishing. Web development is already at its peak and it's not going to come down. Trust me, because even if we are having generative AI, we'll be having data science and all, we need some interface to show that. We need a backend to fetch that particular API or whatever we are integrating with our data science project or machine learning project. So web development is one of the core area without which tech industry cannot survive. Okay, it's that much important. So this is all about the importance. Now, if the importance is of that scale, then obviously the number of opportunities is huge. And considering if you guys are in your college itself, this is a great domain to start with. And by the end of your second year, you guys will be sitting for your internship opportunity. So it's like after second year, after the summers of second year, then companies will start visiting your college, or if not your college, then you will be applying from off campus. So this will actually help you in getting into good set of projects, in creating a good resume. Okay. And yeah, I think someone mentioned how should we prepare our resume, which must be ATS friendly resume. So I think there's a resume ocean in Stuintern only. uh, like Stu Valley is providing that. You can just go through that. There are some psychometric tests and all. There are literally a lot of things to explore in Stu Valley itself. And yeah, just give me a minute, guys. I think someone might have mistakenly uh, wrote something in my surface. So yeah, please not do that. Okay. So yeah, that's what I was explaining, that ATS friendly resume, yes, Resume Motion can help you with that. Apart from that, make sure one you can say tip I wanted to mention, and make sure your resume is not 2 column. Try to make a 1 column resume only, because that 1 column resume is ATS friendly. There are multiple resume sessions also, which 2 actually has, so you guys can attend those sessions. But yes, coming to my point, that web development can actually help you in decorate your resume well, in getting good internships by having good set of resumes, good set of skills. And that comes only when you learn web development. So why web development? Because I want good internship opportunities. Because I think that there are a lot of opportunities and it is the core of web development, IT industry. Okay. So this should be your answer. A very you can say confident answer. So this could be a question in your interview itself. And why exactly you want to come to this area? Why exactly you want to develop websites or databases or anything? You should be prepared enough to answer these types of questions. Okay. Any doubt, guys? Any doubts? Okay. Awesome. Going ahead, GSOC. Does anyone know what is the full form of GSOC? Anyone? What's the full form of GSOC? Google Summer of Codes. Very good. Very good, Sakshi. So for the other people who don't know, GSOC is Google Summer of Code. What is Google Summer of Code? Is it an internship opportunity with Google? No, it is not. But it is an opportunity which is as important and significant as an internship at Google. Is it so that after this you will get a job in Google? No, it is not guaranteed. Okay. So GSOC is not a internship at Google. It is even better than that. Trust me. See, now coming back to the core web dev area. So web development, there are many types of engineers. Like me, I'm working at a firm that is Microsoft. So I'm developing whatever code I want for Microsoft. That is the private code base. There are some companies like VLC Media Player, LibreOffice, okay, and some other Linux itself, okay. There are many companies which do not hire engineers. Fine. So how do these companies survive if they are not hiring engineers? Okay. React is also one you can say code base which is in open source. What do I mean by open source? Just the same thing. So there are some companies which do not hire engineers, or even if those companies hire engineers, there are some projects in those companies where their engineering team is not primarily working on. Okay. Like let's take the example of VLC Media Player only. Fine. So the code of VLC Media Player is open to everyone. That is the reason why we call it open sourced. What is open source? It is openly sourced to every one of us. Anyone, like any one of you, can go ahead and open it in GitHub. GitHub is the platform where this code bases or repositories are open source. What is code base? What is repository? These are folders which contains the programs. So these folders are made public. Now anyone can go ahead and download that particular folder, which we call it repository. That folder, wherever that code is there, we call it repository. So we can clone that repository in our system. That is download it. Clone means download, fine. And we can make changes like however we want. Let's suppose VLC Media Player. The volume icon. I don't like the volume icon. I want the volume icon is horizontal. I want the volume icon to be vertical. Might be a case. The volume icon expands like this. In VLC Media Player, I want to expand like this. Okay. So you can customize it according to you. And not only this, see, it's not only about customization. It's also about developing something. Let's suppose there is some particular feature missing in VLC Media Player. You want to make sure that VLC Media Player does have that any you can say, let's suppose there is a case that VLC Media Player, we cannot fast forward the video. So you saw that, okay, currently VLC Media Player does not have the functionality to fast forward the video. So you can go ahead and add that particular feature in that VLC Media Player code base or repository. Now, once you have added in your local system, it will run in your local system just the way you have added. But will others also see what you have added? No. How exactly others will see what you have added? Others will see when you will make sure that you push your code. That is, you have cloned it in your system. That is, you have downloaded it. Now you have made those changes. Now you want to push the code back to the repository with your changes. So when you push it, there is a PR or MR called merge request or pull request that is getting generated. What is this merge request? There will be one, you can say, request that will be generated with showing your changes, that this person has made this changes. Now it will go to the owner of those repository. Fine. So let's say I am the owner. So I will be able to see, let's take an example of Akash Shaini. So Akash Shaini pushed some code. Now I am the owner. I saw that, okay, Akash made these changes. Oh, nice. These changes are really great for my product. So what I will do is I will merge it. What do I mean by merge it? I will merge it so that everyone who is having VLC Media Player, there will be a one update coming up. And once they will update it, they will be able to see that volume button, not like this, but like this. Or we were talking about fast forward button, right? So fast forward button will be visible to them. So this particular journey of cloning, contributing means writing your code, adding some feature, and then pushing back. These things, these are known as, this complete process is known as open source contribution. Now, will I willingly do random things? I am a engineer who has worked hard and got into a college, then worked hard over there also and learned web development. And now will I just go ahead and see, okay, this repository is not having this feature, let me do that. What am I getting in return? Nothing. I'm not getting any salary, right? So this is where Google saw that how that exactly these companies will survive. We want to make sure that people are coming here and making these changes, adding these features. So what Google did, so VLC Media Player is not one. There are millions and millions of companies which has open source something, some particular product or something like that. So Google gave all those open source contributors an opportunity that is known as Google Summer of Code. What do the developers do in this? They actually create one proposal, okay, that between this period, let's suppose it starts from, I think, May, June, July, I think these are the months for GSOC. Now, for GSOC, there is a proposal which is written by the developers to the owner of that repository, that within the time of Google Summer of Code, I want to make these changes in your repository. Now the owner sees that, okay, this guy is good enough. They see your resume, they see your proposal, and they also see your open source contribution history. It's not like that randomly today I will come and I will say, I will do this, I will do that, and owner will accept me. It's not like that. They will see that, has this guy already done this? Is this guy capable of doing this? If they are convinced enough, they will approve. And you will be a part of Google Summer of Code. That is a 2 weeks, 2 months or 3 months program. And you will literally get, in 1 month, stipend is around 3 lakhs rupees. So if you will be doing it for 3 months, you might get around 8 to 9 lakhs rupees if you are able to do Google Summer of Code. Further, not only money, not only opportunity, it will also enhance your chance of getting into a good placement. Because wherever some recruiter will see, oh man, this guy has done Google Summer of Code, then let's go ahead. This guy must be knowing a very good knowledge, having a good knowledge. So they go ahead and hire you. So there are multiple benefits. These are the layer of benefits you are having. As a student, you are capable to earn around 8 to 9 lakhs. That is itself huge. Okay. So please don't miss this opportunity. If you will be learning, if someone asks you why web development, because I want to contribute open source, I want to become a part of Google Summer of Code. This should be your answer. Okay. Awesome. Chandan is saying it is an opportunity to work with different real-time projects. Exactly. Very good. So anyone, any doubt with Google Summer of Code? Any doubt, guys? Anyone? Okay. No doubts. So any one of you guys has tried out Google Summer of Codes till now? Tried to write a proposal or something, anything? Yes, Arish, today is introduction class only. I think web development masterclass. Has any one of you guys tried out GSOC? I'm not saying if you guys have qualified or not. I'm just asking if you knew, if you wanted to try or anything, if you want to try the next time it is getting started. Okay, Chandan is saying, yes, sir, I have tried. That's great to know. That itself shows that you have the intent, and if not now, but sometime you will surely get it. So all the best for that, brother. Okay, then. Aryat say, I just checked the web page. The applications are closed. Yes, that is Google Summer of Code is for summer. Summers has already started, right? So you guys can actually see it here. Let me just wait a minute. You guys can actually see GSOC. This is the website of Google Summer of Code. Okay. The applications are over, but you can surely start from now only. Fine. You guys can do what is, you guys can open GitHub. Okay. And try out some stuffs. Uh, Try to see if there is any repository. Let's suppose VLC Media Player only. Let's just go ahead and write GitHub. You guys can see video LAN, files, VLC Media Player. Okay. See, people have made these changes. Automatically synchronize subtitles with video. Native messaging components for Windows, Linux. So these are some of the people who has made edit in this particular repository. Okay. So you guys can surely check this out. Video LAN also. See, it is a part of VLC. VLC is the repository. So how to start with it? Take any random repository, see which repository could be potential one. Try to search in Google. Just randomly showing you VLC media player. How to run it, how to do anything. Over here, everything is present. If you know web development, this is no hard, okay? This is surely very easy. There is a wiki over here as well. They have provided. Okay. Just this way, there are many open source projects. You guys can do this thing, that open source projects to contribute. Okay. So you guys can check these out. 16 open source projects to contribute in 2024. So you guys can see these are the ones. These are familiar, right? OpenCV is there. Flask is there. Django is there. TensorFlow is there. Okay. Most of them are using web development only. Okay. Fine. You guys can check out these blogs and all these things. Sir, what companies see in GitHub profile to select a candidate? Most of the companies I have applied on LinkedIn require you to give your GitHub profile. So what companies see in GitHub profile to select a candidate? Okay, yes, correct. Very good. Very good question. So they see, first of all, they see your projects. Okay. So I will quickly walk you through my GitHub profile. So I have not been using it for quite a while. So obviously, you won't see much activity over there, but they see your activity. Okay. So this is my, you can say, portfolio website. You guys can also start creating this one. It's a great exercise. Every, you can say, web developer should plan creating a portfolio website. This is very old one. So everything over here is very old. You can see it still says that I'm a student of ITS Ahmedabad. Okay. So I have not updated it, but yeah, I use it for random links and all these things. So you can see this is my GitHub profile. They see what projects you have worked on. Over here, you can pin the projects which you find which are very good. Okay. You can see that, okay, this guy has worked on ITSM website. Okay, that's nice. Let's see at what he has contributed over here. So they can see your contributions as well over here. Fine. They can see the pull requests. There aren't any open pull requests. Okay. So this is how they see, and they also see your activities. Like over here, if I'll click on show more activity, there is no activity for quite a period. So when I will go for hiring, they will know that this guy was not active in GitHub. He has not contributed to open source. Okay, you can see that I also created one repository. This was again for some demo only. Fine. I was teaching them how to create one repository and all these things. So this is how I myself created a version of VLC media player in my account, and so that I can make random changes in this. Okay. So yeah, this is what they see. Yeah, correct. Okay, I think Aryaj has also one portfolio website. So you guys can see. You guys can get motivated with this. Okay, so it's Arya J. I'm so sorry, man. Arya J. Okay, nice. So yeah, this could be a good example. You guys can try out creating such websites for yourselves as well. Okay, this is a good motivation, guys. Okay, one on one. This is the one. One is your friend only, Arya. There are other people. Other people also, if you want to share, you can share. I'll quickly show you around. So yes, guys, this is the one. I think Rizwan is also having one. Okay, just give me a minute. Yes, guys. So we can see that Rizwan is also having one. So most of the web developers has one. Okay. Must be a case that they have developed it in college time or any time where they wanted to like show their skill sets. So see, this is simply like if I am a graphic designer, I will create a very good interface you can say, or UI whenever I want to share about myself, about my portfolio. So it speaks for our work only, right? If we are web developers, we should make sure that our portfolio is a website, okay? Which speaks itself that, okay, this guy is web developer and he has great portfolio website, okay? These are basic expectations, okay? Not a big thing. But yeah, if you're doing it, that's really nice. Okay, then go ahead. Startups. So startups has been heavily like hiring web developers. Could be React Native or Flutter as well for app development. But same thing. Okay, it's not like web development and web app development is different. Both are mostly same. So yes, React is one of the thing. React, Node, MERN basically. That is MongoDB, Express.js, Node.js, and React.js. Okay, these are the technologies which have been gaining a good traction. And Angular is also something, if you want, you can try it out, but it has been like no one is using Angular these days. So yep, MERN is something that should be your target. This masterclass is kind of around that also. So startups is heavily hiring in these particular area, and if you learn web development, you will have a good edge over others who have not been working on MERN stack or web development in general. Fine. Coming to Tech Fest, you are in college, you want to show off that, okay, I have learned web development. Now I want to show off, impress some people that, okay, man, this guy is the OG web developer. How to do that? I was someone who wanted to show off my skills. So I actually took the responsibility of creating the website of my college, creating the website of an IIT, Indian Institute of Technology. That is itself a huge project. Fine. I got two things out of it. First, how to make sure how to drive such a huge project. First thing, I learned it. Okay. I delivered it. Secondly, I was able to show off to my friends, okay, I'm working on the website that will be used by everyone, not only in this batch, but with the batches which is coming down the line for 5 years, 10 years, like that. Okay. One thing is that. Third thing, you will literally create very good relation with the director and the professors, so that you might get good concession around you can say absence or kind of attendance or marks or something like that. So you can have a good environment in college. You will be famous, everyone will be knowing you. So this is not a valid, you can say, very important reason. But there are some people, like if I'm in first year, it's not only that I will be thinking, oh, I want a job, I want a job, I want to do this, I want to do that. In first year, everyone thinks that, oh man, I want to become famous in college. So this could be one of the reasons also, that let's learn web development. I will show off my skills. That's how people will know me. People will know this is the OG techie guy. Okay. So yeah, this could be one. And native applications. So as I mentioned, that learning web development actually provides you learning both web development and web app development. So you will be able to create applications as well. That is mobile applications. You will be able to see in your mobile apps getting created just by the code of your website. Okay. That is a technology which is, I think, 8 years old. Nowadays, literally, people are able to create whatnot with only a single code. Fine. So these are some of the motivations. I'm quite sure now you guys have the clarity at why exactly you want to learn web development. And yes, with that, let's go to our next slide. Front end versus back end. Now you guys tell me, what do you think about what is front end and what is back end? Tell me in the chat section, guys. Whatever you think. What is front end, what is back end, how exactly it is different. You can also mention that you think that, okay, front end has more opportunities, back end has more opportunities. You guys can mention that also. Okay, front end is what we see and back end is what we don't. Very good. User interface is front end, database is back end. Not only database, there are some actions that is also a part of back end. Database is different. Database is something in the, you can say, not in this race itself. Okay. So front end and back end are, let's suppose, Coke and Thumbs Up, and database is Mada. Okay. Yeah. Backend includes the main logic behind the site. Very good, Arya. Yeah. Okay, guys. So how many of you guys like front end? Give me a hand. And how many of you guys like backend? You guys can write either front end or backend. Let's see how many are front end engineers over here and how many are backend engineers. Okay, Chandan is writing both. Arya is saying front end very easy. Abhinav is saying full stack. Hakshi is saying I like backend. Deepak is saying backend. Dinesh is saying both. Komal is saying front end. Very good. Nice. Great to see, guys. Trisha is also saying front end. Yashpal front end. I can see a lot of people writing front end. So people actually think front end is easy. But trust me, I am a part of both front end and back end. I'm working as a full stack engineer in Microsoft. And there are times when I see that front end is much more vast. The architecture, the learnings, the way we reduce the latency, these things are very vast. It's not like front end is okay, I will learn some of the things and then I'm a front end engineer. No, front end seems easy because to start with it is very easy. But to deepen the knowledge in front end, it's very hard. Okay. Deepa is saying playing with data is interesting, so backend. Very good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Abhinav Chaudhary saying front end is very difficult. Yeah, I think difficult, it would be fine. But yeah, every technology has its own pros and cons. And with that, let's just read out what is the difference between front end and back end. So as you guys already mentioned, front end of an application typically refers to the layer that represents the UI, that is user interface. Whatever I'm interacting with. Okay, now I can see my video running. You guys can see me like throwing my hands like this and that, and I can see one stop share. I can see one control panel. I can see one slide in front of me, one link in front of me, some text, some more text, front end versus back end text. All this is front end. Everything that is visible to us, that we are interacting with. We click on this escape button. We see all these particular drop downs, this thing, this magnifying, plus icon. Okay. The slideshow button, everything is front end. Fine. Okay. We can create many front end for one backend. Correct. Very good. So what is front end? It is what user interacts with or user sees. Fine. In the website. Whatever is visible to us, it's front end. Fine. Backend is usually where the login part comes in or where the functionality comes in, where we need to make sure some authentication, or let's suppose we need to call some API, we need to get some data from our database, we need to get some data from outside also, not only from database, but from outside also. There is the place where backend actually comes in. Okay. It includes the code that runs on the server and not visible to the user. Okay. So now one question. We have heard about server and client. So what is client and what is server? Means which one of server and client is front end and back end? You need to tell me. You need to match it. Server, client, front end, back end. Match. Client is front end. Okay, Sakshi. What about others? What do you think? Client is back end or client is front end? Server is back end. Sakshi is writing this. What about others? Guys? Okay. Sai has said client is front end, back end is server. Very good, guys. I got my answer. So client is front end and server is back end. Fine. Why do we call that? Because the client code that is visible to us, okay, it is running on the client machine. If I am having my laptop, okay, that is a MacBook. So inside this MacBook, that code is running, what I can see. That is the front end code. This is the reason why front end code is the client code. That is running on my machine. But the server code is not running on my machine. It's running on a server. We call it a server machine. It's calling in a, like it's running in a different machine. Let's suppose that is placed in US. Fine. But it is running on that machine. What I do is we just make sure that we make a call to that machine. Okay. And we get response in return, and accordingly we display, or whatever the action it says, we do that action. Okay. So this is why client front-end code is known as client code and back-end code is known as server code. Because front-end is running on client machines, server is running on back-end machine. Now I just have one question, which is very interesting question. Okay. If front-end code is running on the client machine, where exactly front-end code is stored? I want to know this initially. Tell me, guys. Arya is saying in browser cookies data. I am asking where exactly front-end code is stored. Arya is saying in browser cookies data. Anyone else? Local host, okay. Local storage, okay. Why? How local storage? Let's suppose I am opening facebook.com, right? Facebook.com. Then the code is not in my local system, right? Sai is saying Postman. Let's suppose I am opening any website, facebook.com only. I don't have it in my local machine, so it cannot be local storage. Chandan is saying cloud storage, okay. Any other option? I am asking which machine is storing the. Okay, Sai is saying inspect. Okay. Anything else? Come on, guys. This is a very, you can say, important question, and this involves a great invention of a great technology itself. So, Chandan, the question is, if I am opening facebook.com, where exactly the code of facebook.com I got from? How exactly it's running? It's running in my machine, right? But in my machine, the code is not present. Vemangal is saying version control system. Okay. VCS. Sai is saying cloud server. Okay. Anything else? It comes from server where we request and a response comes from it. This is the answer. Very good, Chetan. I wanted this answer. So what happens is when I open xyz.com, what happens is our client machine sends a request to the server machine. Please provide me the client code. Then the server in return provides the client code, which is having one HTML file, only one HTML file. It's not like 10 HTML files. Remember this. Only one HTML file, multiple JavaScript file, multiple CSS file, multiple other files, okay? But only one HTML file. Okay, not Chetan, Chandan. Yes, correct, Chandan. Chandan. Did I say Chetan? I'm so sorry for that, man. So Chandan, very good. That is the correct answer. That's what I needed. So there is a call to the server, and that server sends the client code to the client where the client code is running. Okay. It's not that simple. If you guys are thinking, okay, front end, that's simple, back end, that's simple. No. If you guys think it okay, you don't want to learn, fine, it's good, no issues. But if you guys want to learn properly, there are multiple stages, multiple things happening. When I click on xyz.com, there is a HTTP request. Okay. You guys can see in the network call itself. That HTTP request you guys can see in the network call. Fine. So what do I mean by the network call? I'll quickly show you guys. Let's suppose I am going to my website only. And let's suppose I have opened, let's first open inspect. Okay. What do I mean by network? Check the network call. I can go to this network. Fine. Now let's go to this particular website. Fine. So you guys can see what is this. These are the calls that happened. These are the HTTP calls to get the response. Okay, you guys can see over here. What was the response? See, what is the response? The response is one HTML file or not. I am 100% sure no one would have ever showed you these things. Okay, these things are exclusive. These things are something which makes someone a good engineer. We are engineers. We are not people who just memorize everything and we are done. Let's do everything logically, guys. Okay, so you guys can see in the network calls, we can see this is the HTML file which we got in return. You can see response. Okay, this is the request. We made the request. What is the request URL? This. Okay, one get call happened. See, you guys can see that the get call happened, and in the response we got this HTML file. And not only that HTML file, we also got CSS file in response. These CSS files we got in response. This image files we got in response. All the files. But we got only one HTML file in return. Not more than that. Only one HTML file. This is something I want you guys to think. Why am I stressing? We got only one HTML file. We got only one HTML file. What exactly is the meaning of this? So did you guys understand this? First of all, let's first understand that ये वाला part clear हुआ कि हो क्या रहा है exactly? कैसे हम client से कॉल करते हैं, तब जाके सर्वर हमें कोड देता है, उसके बाद कोड हमारे सिस्टम में रन होता है, तब जाके हमें दिखता है. ये पार्ट क्लियर हो गया सबको? कैसा लग रहा है? अब थोड़ा मतलब ऐसा लग रहा है कि यार हमें चीजें आ रही हैं थोड़ी थोड़ी. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई सब कुछ बस रटना है कि भाई हो गया, यहाँ पे क्लिक किया और बस वेबसाइट लोड हो गया. नहीं, उसके पीछे की इंजीनियरिंग थोड़ी थोड़ी समझ में आ रही है आप लोगों को? Why only one HTML file? Very good. Very good. This is where I was stressing upon. So at one time, only one HTML file could be running in our client. Okay. That is how the complete system is being built. एक बार में सिर्फ एक ही HTML फाइल हम रन कर सकते हैं अपने क्लाइंट में, जो कि प्राइमरली उस पर्टिकुलर थ्रेड में रन हो रहा है. देयर आर थ्रेड्स where these tasks are getting run on. So I don't want to go more into that computer organization, or you can say operating system wala part. But yes, this is true that only one HTML file gets run and is running at a time in our client. Now what happens? Let's suppose I am having any website. Tell me about any website. Which website? Let's open what? Amazon, or what we can open? Let's open Amazon only. Fine. So I'm not sure if we have different. Let's open this website, Trello.com. Okay. Fine. Now, what I want you guys to see is that this is one HTML file. Now, the moment I click on login, it is generating different HTML file. Okay. So what happens now? You guys need to tell me. I'm surely getting into bit more engineering, but I want you guys to know where exactly one of the best technologies came up in web development. And मेरा थोड़ा दिमाग है ना उस तरफ जा रहा है कि आप लोगों को कैसे वो चीज समझा पाऊं मैं. तो I just want your support now. So समझ लो मैंने Trello.com ओपन किया. Fine. So अभी कौन सा HTML फाइल हमें दिख रहा है? Just answer one by one in steps, guys. Come on. I want your support now. When I clicked on Trello.com, one HTML file is running. What is that HTML file? Index.html, yes. Could be index.html. Name हमें नहीं पता है. लेकिन कौन सा HTML फाइल चल रहा है जो हमें दिख रहा है? Right? Thanks, Arya. Whatever I can see, that is running. Okay. Now, the question is, now listen up very carefully. What is my question? When I click on login, एक अलग HTML फाइल आ गया. ओके, करेक्ट. एक अलग HTML फाइल आ गया. तो ये HTML फाइल हमें कहां से मिला? ये मेरा क्वेश्चन है. Where did we get this second HTML file? Because with one call we can only get one HTML file. So when I opened, let's suppose views, then the HTML file is not changing. If I went to login, the HTML file is getting changed. So what is happening over here? कोई मुझे मतलब anyone can think about it? Link destination. Okay, fine. I'm just asking how exactly we got the code of the second HTML file. Okay, Arya is saying this was stored in the server. When we click on link, it redirects us to one page and passes some information alongside. I think 50% correct. So what happens is the moment I click on Trello.com, एक HTML फाइल हमारे सर्वर ने दिया. Fine. वो HTML फाइल हमारे सर्वर ने दे दिया. I can see that one. Now the moment I click on login.html, what my client said, okay, login.html matlab I want to show login wala HTML file. Now client searches, do I have login wala HTML file? No. Then what will happen? If client is not having that login HTML wala file, it will again make one HTTP request. Okay. And it will again make one HTTP request and the server will again give back one HTML file. Which one is that? That is login HTML. Okay. By this time हो सकता है कि ये पुराना वाला हमारे ब्राउजर कुकीज में सेव हो गया हो. I'm not saying that. But the moment we click on this, again one request happens. Okay, this is true. Now the problem is, let's suppose my website is something very heavy and let's suppose Trello.com only. And whenever we click, let's suppose यहाँ पे multiple चीजें हैं. And if see this particular website is created on React.js, fine. I'm coming kind of to that. How? Now I am saying for every click, let's suppose over here it's login. Now for click on views, for click on automation, for click on power up, for click on templates, if we keep on making HTTP requests and then get the HTML file, then display it, what will happen? Can anyone quickly tell me? If I keep on making HTTP requests, getting the file, then displaying it, what will happen? Come on, guys. Re-render, okay, that's fine. Re-render is not the thing. Latency will increase. Very good, Arya. The website will become slow. Obviously, because there are so many HTTP requests I'm getting, then I'm displaying. My website is getting slow. Right? This is where the expert people who thought that, man, if I am clicking on random things, at that time, there was no React.js, there was nothing. There was vanilla JavaScript. We used to just click on views and again HTTP request used to happen. We used to get the whatever HTML file and then we used to display. The experts thought, experts from Facebook, fine, the Facebook website is very much, you can say, dynamic. So the experts thought that if we will keep on making HTTP requests, our Facebook website will not even load only. Let's do one thing. The problem was at a time, listen me very carefully, guys. Okay. The problem is in one time, I can only show one HTML page or I can only run one HTML file. This means that I cannot get 10 HTML files in one request. I cannot do that. But I can get 10 JavaScript files, 10 CSS files. Okay. So when people thought, okay, these files you can get any number, right? So what they thought is, let's store our HTML code inside JavaScript. And whenever someone, see, this particular Trello.com is created using React.js. We can see this particular, यहाँ पे React.js दिख रहा है. So when we click on this, it's not like a different HTML file is coming up. You can see it's just /views. The same HTML file, they have just made sure the look becomes different. The view becomes different. How? They are actually asking JavaScript to give the HTML code. So this way, we are not making multiple HTTP requests. Only one HTTP request. We have got our index.html file. Even if there are 1000 pages, we have got 1000 JavaScript files in one HTTP request only. So in first load only, we will get the complete code which we want to show. And even if people keep on just doing templates and then marketing teams and then random things they keep on doing, the website latency will not slow down. This is where the idea of React.js came in. That in React.js, what we will do is we will store our HTML code inside JavaScript. Okay? ये वाला part सबको समझ में आया कि नहीं? I want everyone to understand this part. Might be a case थोड़ा मुश्किल था, लेकिन मैं फिर से explain करूंगा. किस किस को समझ नहीं आया, tell me. And who are the people who understood it? If you understood it, write understood. Sir, I understood or understood. Come on, guys. It's very important because this is a very good base you are building. ये अगर आपको समझ में आ रहा है, तब आपको पीछे क्या चल रहा है ये सब चीजें समझ में आ जाएगी. सामने तो फिर भी तुम सीख लोगे, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं. अंडरस्टूड? अब बताओ कैसा फील कर रहे हो. हाउ आर यू फीलिंग लर्निंग द कंप्लीट इंजीनियरिंग बिहाइंड हाउ एग्जैक्टली React.js came in picture and how exactly the engineering behind a website loading works? How exactly you guys are feeling? Tell me. Come on. Good. Okay, great. Fine. At least you learned something new, right? So that's great to see. And for the people who didn't understand, please tell me. Things are very easy to understand. Yes, exactly. Correct. Fine. So these are some things that I wanted to actually explain you, because these are the things web development front end, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, it contains. Prerequisites are these. What is HTML, what is CSS, and what is JavaScript? You guys already know. If you don't know, we will cover in our classes for sure. But this is something, JavaScript and working on React.js, these are exclusive content. Learning these things are very much necessary. Fine. If you understood these things, you are already ahead of many people. Okay. So yes, guys, with that, I'm quite sure that the understanding is quite crisp, and might be that in the next sessions, we will be going to much deeper interaction around this. And my main motive to explain you the engineering behind web development, so that you will feel that, okay, at least today I learned something new. It's not like this guy just mentioned that, okay, this is web development, this is JavaScript, this is React.js, about React.js, and done. I didn't learn anything new, right? Like this way. But if you learn something new, please cherish that moment, okay? And we also learned that why exactly we should be learning web development. We learned about open source contributions. So there are some learnings that we are taking away through this masterclass. So I'm quite sure you guys enjoyed it throughout. Okay, I can see I missed some things in the training period. Now I am learning that in 1 hour. That's great to know, man. Thanks, Sai. So it was great interacting with you guys. We will be doing more of it in our upcoming master classes. So yeah, with that, if you have any questions, please mention, guys. I will be more than happy to answer your question, whatever career related, because the rest remaining 10-15 minutes I have kept for you guys to interact with me as much as possible. Okay, so to you guys now, you can ask me questions or you guys can drop off. I will quickly share my LinkedIn handle also with you guys so that you guys can connect with me. You guys can ask questions over there also. Fine. So just quickly sharing my LinkedIn handle. Let's connect. This is my LinkedIn handle. You guys can connect with me over here. And I'm quite sure you guys gonna enjoy a lot the journey of learning web development with me. And I will keep on bringing these types of exclusive content. And it will be an amazing interaction always with you guys. So please ask me questions if you have any. And yep, thank you so much, guys, for attending this class. Roshan, you want to ask something? Okay, fine. Anyone? Any questions? Any random question about what you're doing these days? If you feel stuck somewhere or something like that, you can ask me those questions, okay? Okay, Sai saying I have 1.5 years of freelance experience in Java developer. Is there any job vacancy? If you're asking, is there any job vacancy with my team? No, I think Microsoft doesn't work with Java. But yes, you can actually look around, and I think you can be active in LinkedIn. You can connect with me whenever there will be some job opportunities in my team. I will surely post. And if I see in my feed also, I try to comment so that my connections can see. So I'm quite sure you will get one. Keep upscaling yourself, and I'm quite sure you will get one. Okay, Chandan is saying, is there any opportunity of internship in Microsoft? So summers has already started. We have already got some interns in my team. So for summer internship in Microsoft, you need to apply, I think in August, September, around that openings comes up. Okay. So during that time, you can apply. Okay. Thank you so much, Sai. Vemgal is saying, I'm a graduate in CS 2022. Can I get an entry level MERN as a fresher? Yes, why not? With Microsoft, I think you need to apply. There is in career portal in LinkedIn, there are some job opportunities that they post. You can surely check those out. Apart from Microsoft, there are some other companies also which are hiring for MERN. You can surely check those out. I'm quite sure if you have the dedication, if you have the skill set, you will surely get one job, a good one. All the best, guys. All the best. It's really great to interact with everyone over here. All the best for your brightest future ahead, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I can see Chandan asks, please guide me interview process of Microsoft. I think there are mostly 2 to 3 rounds of interviews in Microsoft. If you're asking for internship, I think it will be maximum 1 to 2 rounds. Yes, thank you so much, guys. Arya, Rizwan, thank you so much for attending. All the best. And yes, I was speaking about the internship interviews. So I think there will be 2 interviews. One will be exclusively on data structures and algorithms. Second will be mostly around your projects, about your stack. If you're learning web development, then on web development, about your projects, about databases, these things. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Sakshi. Thanks, Dinesh. I hope I answered your question, Chandan. Sure. We will meet again for sure. All the best. Please provide your feedback. That will be surely helpful for me as well. And thank you so much for attending.
Student, please provide your write your reviews in the chat box, like
Yeah.
how was the class and how was your interaction with Swapnil sir. So please do so, and then we will end our today's meeting.
Yeah.
So we are waiting for your responses.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Arya, Chandan, Lola, Shrikala, if I am pronouncing it right, I'm so sorry. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Please feel free to provide some feedback to me as well so that I can also improve as an instructor. Okay, class was so good. Interaction with sir is so fine. Sure, sure, sure. Hungry to learn more. Very good. Looking forward, man. Sharad, Ghanshyam, it was great. Okay, very informative. Got to learn something new. Shakshi is saying that's great to know, man. Okay, Arya, I will surely accept your request. It was great to have a class with such instructor. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, all the best to the for your brightest future, guys. Keep learning, keep rocking, and keep getting motivated. Okay. Thank you
Thank
so much.
you. Thank you everyone for joining. Bye everyone.
Bye bye.